Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are out at York Redoubt, but it's not really going to be a video about York Redoubt. If you're watching this video on release day, Friday the 13th of August, it is the 1-year anniversary of my first video that I filmed back in Peggy's Cove. It wasn't a great video, it's my first one, but you got to start somewhere. So today just going to do maybe like a little recap, maybe give you some information about me, why I started the channel, where the channel's going, maybe what I used to film, and then I'll also include some of the gorgeous sights here at York Redoubt. It's heavily graffitied now down this part. The upper part where the parking lot is beautiful. It's maintained, painted. There's cannons and fortifications up there you can check out, but this is right down by the water. Here's some old bunkers that look out into the ocean. That's Halifax Harbor down that way. City of Dartmouth. And then this is the Atlantic Ocean heading out to wherever. So anyways, yeah, we'll get started with this video and check a few things out. All right, so we were just checking out some of the buildings and fortifications here, and if you've seen the Connaught Battery video that I did, this is very similar, only very graffitied. Here's the gun emplacement, and then here's where they used to store like your powder and shells and whatnot. Anyways, kind of a neat little place down here. If you're into graffiti, some of it's, I mean, some of it's just junk, but some of it's actually pretty decent artwork around, if you're into that sort of stuff. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, by the way, my name is Scott. I don't think I said that in a video for quite a long time. It always just skips my mind. I usually just get right into the travel stuff, don't even think about an introduction. So anyways, I am Scott, and I was born and raised here in Halifax. Grew up in Cole Harbour, actually. Okay, so let's get into why I started this channel, and it starts back in February of 2020. I was on a solo tour through the Andalusia region of Spain, which is the part of Spain that connects onto the Mediterranean, Marbella, Malaga, Fingarola, all those kind of communities, plus Sevilla, or Seville, if you're English. I was over there for about 8 days, stayed in this whitewashed village by the name of Mijas Pueblo. It's just up in the hills above the town of Fingarola. And as I was there, the first 4 cases of COVID showed up in Fingarola, just like the day before I flew home. By the time I got back to Canada, because I also stopped in Amsterdam for a few days on the way home to check out that city, beautiful. By the time I got home, Canada was just about to go into lockdown. So we're talking about March 2020. Yeah, so basically all the TV shows and entertainment ended, all the network stuff, it's all gone. So I'm doing YouTube, I'm watching Bald and Bankrupt, Indigo Traveler, guys like this, and get totally addicted. Sam and Audrey, based out of Toronto, they travel globally, but last year they did a lot of Canadian stuff, really good. So I said to Shelly, I said, we got to start re-exploring Nova Scotia, basically. So I hit YouTube, and there's nobody on YouTube, but there's a few guys. A lot of people droning, which is great, but beautiful shots. And there's a lot of people driving and a lot of people walking, but nobody was really telling people like where the cool brewery was, or where the donut shop was, or whatever, or the waterfall, although there is some guys doing that. But not really in like a tourist guide format. So I said, okay, I'm gonna buy a camera. We're just gonna do this. We'll do like 10-20 videos, see if anybody watched. Like the first 10 videos are kind of not great, then you get a little better, kind of get some feedback, start playing around, trying to get a format down. Once I kind of did that, the videos sort of started to take off. Not that I'm huge, I only have like 316 subscribers right now, but considering my goal was 100 in a year and we're at 300 and something in a year, pretty happy with that. So anyways, yeah, that's basically the story of the channel. And now I'm just going to continue to do it. It's an awesome hobby. If you ever wanted to get into it, definitely try it. It's I mean, it gets you out of the house. Plus I love editing, and then the interaction with people who watch your videos literally from the world. Like, I've had people from Russia, India, Germany, all over the planet pretty much watch my videos and comment. So pretty good hobby if you want to get into it. It is a learning curve, unless if you're like already a genius at editing and filming. But if you're like me, who had no experience, the best way to do it is to just do it. And I know if you ever heard other YouTubers talk about this, they say the same thing. It's really the only way to do it. Just do it. All right, so we're just gonna pop through this tunnel here up to the upper portion of York Redoubt, and I'll show you some of the fortifications and the cannons that are that they upkeep on a regular basis, so it won't be all graffitied like down by the water. Anyways, we'll just get up these stairs and go check that out. Okay guys, so we are at the upper part of York Redoubt here. I'm just gonna go this little look off. Here's that lighthouse that we've seen before. Should be able to see it down here. It's pretty nice views here. I mean, look at this view out over to Dartmouth. So it's just actually down here where they're spray painted, and then you got the cannons up in here and the old ammo storage. And a lot of people come, they walk their dogs and stuff here. It's a beautiful place. It's not maintained in the winter, but you can still get access to it. So definitely make your way up here and check out York Redoubt. I'll show you some more. It's not huge here, but we'll give you a little tour. All right, and this building here was the old cookhouse, actually, for the soldiers, where they got their food prepared. Here we're walking along some of the coastal defenses. See the giant cannons. So this was built in the late 1700s, 1790s-ish, and played a part in the coastal defense of Halifax, along with George's Island, Fort Charlotte, the Halifax Citadel, of course, Connaught Battery, and there's some in Point Pleasant Park also. There's some fortifications. Definitely check that out. It's like Halifax's Central Park, so definitely a great spot to go and spend a day or a morning down there anyways. All right guys, so here is a nice view of some of the fortifications. You can see the large cannons. There's the cookhouse and some storage. Here is the parking lot. Over here is another little old building, and of course more cannons. And if you head up this way, there's actually a stone wall that kind of, see where this flag is up there? It's kind of up that way. There's a little red flag, Canadian flag. There's actually the wall of the perimeter. And then of course the spray painted defense position down there that's not maintained. Very cool though. Walk down, nice trail. Anyways, back to the story of the YouTube channel. So like I said, my goal was 100 subs. We hit over 300 for 1 year, so completely happy. Always more to learn, and of course the videos can always be improved. Lots of work left to go. Like I said, I am not trained in this whatsoever. I basically teach myself. So what I wanted to get into is, what do I use to film? Well, because I didn't know if this was going to work out, I actually just started with a GoPro Hero 8 right out of the box. I bought like a combo pack at Costco, came with a charger, some extra batteries, and yeah, that's really all I'd been needing up to this point. I would like to invest in a nicer camera where I can get some zooms, maybe some better night shooting camera, because GoPro's not great for night shooting. And then I also use a drone. I just have pretty much the cheapest one you can get, the DJI Mini there. It was like, I don't know, 700 bucks. Again, I bought like the combo, came with 3 batteries, the charger and all that. It's fantastic for what I'm doing. I don't do a whole lot of droning, as you'll notice in my videos. I use it just to kind of enhance it. And I think that ran me all in like 700 bucks, but you don't really need a drone. I mean, you could start a YouTube camera on your iPhone. I do use my phone sometimes, not so much anymore, because when I first started the channel, I was a little kind of hesitant to, well, it's weird to basically talk into a camera in a public place. It's like you stand out like a sore thumb. Younger people don't seem to matter or to mind you, but older people definitely kind of look at you twice. But well, this is kind of a new thing anyways. This whole YouTubing, but it's becoming more popular. I'm sure if you're in a bigger city, it's probably way more common. So anyways, what else do I use? So my editors, I use Magix, which I think is developed in Germany. Fantastic. I've been using that for a while. I actually had a video game YouTube channel years ago, and I used Magix for editing that. Very different videos. It was more like a how-to trophy kind of niche little thing. I ended up getting over a couple million views on that channel, but I no longer upload on it. Still active, but I just don't upload. And then I also use Filmora for editing. Pretty reasonable. I think it was under $100 for that, but it allows you to do some things that Magix doesn't. So I intertwined, but I'd say probably 90% of my videos are done on Magix. Highly recommend that. And Filmora, the first video I used it for was the Halifax Then and Now, because it made it real easy to do split screen videos. So I purchased Filmora, and now I just run the two of them. And other than that, that's about it. And you don't even need that much. I mean, you could just use a simple free editor. You don't have to buy anything. Use your camera, try it out. It's an awesome hobby, especially like I was already doing this stuff. I was already on beaches and trails. Like I've traveled to probably, I don't know, 20 countries around the world, been to every province in Canada, been to probably 30 of the US states plus Puerto Rico. So I was already traveling anyways. Now I just bring a camera and I do a tiny bit more research. And anyways, just wanted to thank all you for subscribing and watching and commenting. I really like the comments, negative or positive, because feedback is always good. And I love showing off. Nova Scotia is absolutely beautiful. There's going to be some big changes coming forward on the channel, but not for a little bit. There is a big trip planned for September. I'm gone for 3 weeks, but I'm not going to film every day because I'm just going to enjoy the vacation. But they'll probably get somewhere between 5 and 10 videos out of that 3 weeks. So look for some interesting comment. I'll keep it a secret for now where we're going. I don't want to spoil a surprise, but it's going to be pretty epic. And I'm going to assume, just an assumption, that most of you probably have not been to the area, although I'm sure some of you have. But we'll see. Look for the first videos from the trip maybe in the first week of September. Other than that, I'll continue doing videos around here. I still have some in the backlog from little day trips that I've done around Nova Scotia. There's a cool one coming up after this. It'll be down in La Have. We take a ferry down, go to Crescent Beach. Really cool. I think you'll enjoy that. It's only short, probably about 6 minutes, but definitely going to be a good video. Come and check out York Redoubt if you're here in the Halifax area. I think it's maybe 12 kilometers from downtown, so not too far. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.